Jennifer Lopez has had several top 10 albums. She is the only artist ever to have had a #1 album and a #1 movie at the same time. Many love her for classics such as Made in Manhattan and The Wedding Planner, and her breakthrough movie, Selena. She has worked for decades to build the career she has today. She began her career as a fly girl for In Living Colour, and you can spot her on the music video for Janet Jackson's That's the Way Love Goes. Jennifer is a respected dancer, and at 51, she is not slowing down. She performed at last year's Super Bowl with Shakira, but she has faced criticism over the years. Most recently, because of her new song in which she refers to herself as a Negrita from the Bronx. So basically she is saying she is a black girl from the Bronx. J-Lo is Latina and has never publicly referred to herself as an Afro-Latina. She looks very different from her time as a fly girl. Many will say Jennifer Lopez has built her music career off of her image, more so than her voice, and at times has taken opportunities away from more talented artists. She has faced a lot of criticism for this over the years. Watch for more on how Puffy and Tommy Mottola helped advance J-Lo's career, and what was the real reason for the fallout with her and Mariah Carey, and why today Mariah still refuses to acknowledge her very existence. J-Lo has admitted that Diddy, who was Puffy at the time, helped her with her career. She said Diddy taught her about the industry and helped her decide the kind of artist she wanted to be.
That's crazy. Because that's crazy. The Puffy era was just kind of like a crazy heightened time in my life. You know, Puffy and I were like, both grew up in the Bronx. He had been in the music business and had all the success. I was just starting and making my first album when I met him. He became kind of a mentor to me in that moment. We had this kind of crazy, tumultuous relationship, and that ended in like a bang, let's say. And
almost literally.
Yeah, and it was definitely a moment, but I felt like it was necessary. Like he was meant to be in my life at that moment to teach me what I needed to know about the music business, about the kind of artist I wanted to be in the music industry.
So dating Puffy at the start of her career had its benefits. She had instant urban appeal and was more convincing as an R&B and hip-hop collaborator. The relationship also brought her the publicity that will help catapult her career, especially within the R&B and hip-hop community. After starring in the iconic Selena movie, Jennifer had the taste of life as a singing sensation. She decided to pursue a music career, much to the amusement of naysayers. She ended up landing a record deal with Sony after Tommy Mottola heard her demo. Many were still skeptical. She wasn't hearing it though, said her manager Benny Medina. It would be like, wait a minute, don't you understand? This is a girl that popped off in Living Colour to become Selena. Why would you ever second guess she couldn't step out there and be J-Lo? Tommy was eager to sign her and believed she would be a great recording artist. Fresh off his divorce from Mariah, he may have had other motives for signing J-Lo. First, he put her out there to have the opportunities he denied Mariah while he was her manager. Mariah has been open about not being able to do the sort of music she wanted to do. Tommy wanted her to stick to doing ballads, but she wanted to collaborate with rappers and have a more raunchy image. Plus, Mariah said that Tommy forbade her from acting, a move she believes was to stop her career advancing, whereas J-Lo has built her career collaborating with different rappers. Most of her biggest hits have featured hip-hop's greatest artists. Plus, she started off as a successful actress. It was only when Mariah broke free from him that she was able to start doing the sort of music that she had always wanted to do, cultivating more of a hip-hop and R&B sound. She made digs at Tommy in her first single since the divorce, Honey. He must have been seething, if there is any truth to his alleged controlling ways.
And Tommy Mottola is a devil.
One high-profile dispute between Mariah and Tommy had J-Lo inadvertently involved. In her recent book, Mariah alleged that Tommy worked hard behind the scenes to sabotage her career and may have used J-Lo to do so. Mariah even attributed some of the blame towards Tommy for the flop of her album, Glitter. Plus there was the movie in which Mariah played the lead, and it was the opportunity for her to finally enter the acting world. But the movie and album flopped. Soon after, Mariah checked herself into rehab to receive treatment for bipolar disorder. The press would later go on to call it a breakdown. The lead single, released from the Glitter album, was Loverboy. Mariah chose Firecracker from the Yellow Magic Orchestra as the sample. That did not go unnoticed by Sony executives and spies, she wrote. After hearing my new song, using the same sample I used, Sony rushed to make a single for another female entertainer on their label, whom I don't know. J-Lo released the song I'm Real, which reached #1 on Billboard using the same sample. It was released just ahead of Glitter. Mariah tried to get a license to use the sample, but Tommy beat her to it, using his connections and power within the industry. She ended up using the sample for the song Candy instead. Mariah famously refused to acknowledge J-Lo's existence in an interview that went viral.
Und was ist mit J-Lo? Die kenne ich nicht.
J-Lo's most famous collaboration is with Ja Rule. In her book, Mariah said that Ja Rule actually was supposed to work with her on a song, but Tommy called up his manager Irv Gotti and asked him to work with J-Lo instead. Mariah said it left her in a scurry to remake the song. Much of what went wrong with Glitter led back to Tommy. He was angry about the divorce and my departure from Sony, and he used all his power and connections to punish me. Tommy was furious when I cut the strings he used to manipulate me. There was no way he would allow me to have a huge success after leaving him and Sony. He was not going to let me or Glitter shine, she said. On Mariah's remix to Loverboy, featuring Da Brat, Da Brat disses J-Lo saying, "Hate on me much as you want to, you can't do what I do. Be emulating me daily. Hate on me much as you want to, you can't be who the F I be. Be imitating me, baby." To the tune of Firecracker, so we know it was about J-Lo. What's funny about J-Lo's version is that the vocals heard on the chorus belong to a singer named Shalene Thomas. Mariah recently released the original version of her song Loverboy, with the Firecracker sample, on her album The Rarities, on October 2nd, 2020. Till this day, Mariah still doesn't know J-Lo.
I don't know her.
And manages to write about her in her book, not mentioning her name once. Watch part 2 to hear examples of songs J-Lo has been accused of stealing from other artists, and where other vocalists have sung for her.